Back time is 7:18. Glad you're still with us. The 19th annual Ty Murray Invitational is happening tonight, and Mr. Ty Murray, King of the Cowboys, is here to tell us more details on that invitational. With him, pretty cool, two-time champion of the invitational himself, LJ Jenkins. So good to have you, gentlemen. Thanks for being here this morning.
Thanks for
Up
having
early,
me.
I know. You got an event tonight, so it's going to be a little bit of a late night. But we're going to get to more on the details surrounding your win on the invitational here in a second. I want to start with you, Mr. Murray, though. Talk about yourself. How did you get the title King of the Cowboys, and how did you decide to bring this event to Albuquerque? You have a fascinating background with New Mexico.
Yeah, the nickname, I don't know. I think a writer that was writing about the sport maybe said that in an article, and then it kind of, I don't know, it took on its own life from there. Albuquerque was kind of my second home growing up. I spent every summer of my childhood here, so made sense to bring the invitational here. And you know, when we started the PBR, nobody knew what PBR was, and it's so cool to see how this event has grown and to see it, you know, selling out the pit, and it's so loud and fun in there. And I think it's a place that the guys like to come ride because we have great fans here that really understand the sport.
I was going to say New Mexicans love those rodeos, and of course this event too. So what was the last rodeo you participated in?
The last rodeo that I participated in was the National Finals Rodeo in 1999, but I continued to get on bulls in the PBR up until 2002. And that's, you know, that's what, for those that don't know after 19 years, this isn't a rodeo. This is just PBR, professional bull riders, and it's the top 35 guys in the world.
All right, so that's what we're looking at tonight. It'll be over the next 3 days, right? We're going to get some more details on the event here in a second. LJ, tell us about your background in competing.
I was born and raised in Missouri. Then I moved to Texaco, New Mexico. I high school rodeoed here in New Mexico, was a state champion. Before I was even a senior in high school, I made the PBR World Finals and kind of set up a career from there. And this is my favorite event of the year, not only because it's Ty Murray's event, but you know, it is kind of a homecoming for me, and I'm a two-time champion. And besides winning our World Finals, I'd say this is the most prestigious event to win because the bull power is so tough here. It's going to be awesome.
I think a lot of people are curious sometimes when they hear about, you know, folks like you. How did you get involved in this? What drew you to it? So it's fascinating, really, and it's fun to watch. But what drew you to competing?
It was a family thing. My dad did it, and my brother was doing it at the time. And I think they put me on my first calf when I was 6 years old. And ever since then, I knew what I wanted to be, and that was a professional bull rider.
What are you looking forward to most about being back in New Mexico today?
You know, the fans. I mean, this is the pit's such a unique event for us, and it's way different than what we go to every weekend. And it seems like they get a little louder for their New Mexico guys, and I could use that momentum and carry it on after this event, and you know, it goes for a great season.
A little encouragement as you get out there tonight. Let's talk about the Invitational. 19 years, right?
Yeah, it's hard to believe that it's been that long. We got guys riding here now that weren't born when we had the first one, you know, and it's been cool to see it grow. There's been a lot of history made here. A lot of amazing, great rides, and it's cool to look back at some of the guys that have competed here and that have won this event. They're now legends of this sport. So it seems like when anything gets some history behind it, gets some prestige behind it, you know, I feel like this is our, you know, if you look at other sports, this is kind of like our Wrigley Field or our Daytona. It does feel a little bit different, and like LJ said, the bulls that are brought to Albuquerque, you're not going to see any better bulls at any other Built Ford Tough Series stop. They're as good as they get, and as with other sports, whenever you take the very best guys and put them against the very best bulls, you know, that's what makes the PBR work so well, is you know you're seeing something special.
He also mentioned too, you have people cheering for the local guys. You like to see that? Do you like to hear that people are putting this on their bucket list, this kind of event?
Sure, you know, and I started many years ago. I started giving an invitation to the #1 Native American rider in the country to come to this event and give them a chance, and that's very cool to see too. And it's amazing to see the people get behind them. And last year, Guyton Sosi was the invitee, and he won 4th at this event, and that's incredible. You know, that's like a high school football player stepping into the NFL and just knocking it, you know, out of the park, and that was something he was able to do, and that was very fun to watch.
Pretty cool. How about a new scoring system? Can you tell us more about that? There's been a lot of discussion surrounding that one.
Yeah, it's not really a new scoring system, it's a new point system. So what it really does is it puts more emphasis on the importance of winning. And we felt like with the old point system, third wasn't much different than first, and fifth wasn't much different than second. So we wanted, as with all sports, we feel like winning is paramount, and we tried to adjust it to where, as with all sports, winning is what everybody's going for.
Who are the up-and-coming stars? Who should we be keeping our eyes on in this competition?
There's quite a few guys. The guy that I got my eye on right now is named KRQE Pacheco. He's from Brazil, and he's a young guy that really shows big talent. Well,
we appreciate your time, and of course we're looking forward to that invitational coming up Friday tonight, Saturday and Sunday. Tickets $18, and you can get more UNMtickets.com. Ty Murray and LJ Jenkins, so glad to have you guys. Thanks so much for being here. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
and best of luck in the competition. We'll be back.